Okay.
Brother, can you please let us know what is this meeting is about?
I'll be breaking down my SaaS explainer video. I'll show you in a minute.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, let us start. So first of all, let us see the video first. Okay. So this is my YouTube channel. Let me screen share. Is it visible? Okay.
Yes, bro.
Okay, let us start. So we'll be breaking down this video today. Okay.
अबे ये वो
Is it audible?
Yes. Sorry.
Okay, perfect.
It is not audible to me.
बताइए audible नहीं है. Audio is muted, bro. Just look at the video.
Yeah, I think we can start the breakdown.
वो audio नहीं है, देखे नहीं है.
Is the screen visible?
नहीं है audio.
the screen is visible, but like the sound design. So can you please show it again with sound
You are
design
not
also?
able to hear the audio? I think one
No,
of
sir.
you said yes, so I continue.
नहीं आ
No, there was no audio.
Video's audio is not audible.
And you should have told me now. Okay, now it will be visible and audible as well. Can you hear this time?
Yes.
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 I'm the next big
Was it audible this time?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, I will send you the channel link. Just a minute. I have shared in the chat. Okay. So let's start. Can you see the After Effects window?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Okay, fine. So the first scene which you can see is this text over here. Okay. So how do we create this gradient effect? So for that, I've made a pre-comp here. So I've created three round shapes here. Okay. And then I've added fast box blur effect over it. Can you mute yourself
Please,
when
please.
I'm
Yeah.
explaining? Okay. So I've added three shape layers here, and just to make the color smooth, I've also added fast box blur over it so that it looks smooth. Okay. And then this is a pre-comp. Okay. Then I've track matted this gradient over the text so that this gradient will only be visible inside the text. So if I cancel the track matte, just a minute, it will look like this. Okay. But I want the gradient to be visible only inside the text. So for that, we use track matte. So I have track matted. This is the text layer. Then I've track matted this to this. So that's how we get this effect. And also I've added the position keyframes over it. As you can see here, text building. So this is the position keyframe which I've added. Okay. I've slided it from left to right, as you can see, to reveal this text. And this graph editor is a very important thing which you can see. It, it is one of the most important things in motion graphics, because if I just keep it linearly, then it will not be so smooth. Okay. So this is the first scene. And I've also added the scale, I think. Yeah. So I've parented this text layer to this null layer. Okay. So I've added the scale keyframe on the null layer so that it gives the illusion that it is going behind. I've decreased the scale here, as you can see in this part. Here also I've eased it out so that it starts slow initially. This is the speed graph. Okay. So I use speed graph mostly. So this part shows that it is slow initially, and then when the peak is high, when the height is high. So this is the height of the keyframe. Okay. When it is at the highest position, the speed will be maximum. So the speed should be maximum in the end, and then I'm creating a another text reveal effect. This is also the same, just like the previous one we have done here for the TML. So this is the repeated part. The same part you can copy paste. Okay. I've also duplicated the text gradient, as you can see. This and this. The color of the layer is also same. I've duplicated. And then I've track matted this to the new text, which is this one. Okay. So that's how we get the second text effect. And meanwhile, as this is scaling downwards. So we have two null layers here. The first one is scaling this down. Okay. This will scale down linearly because uh, actually motion graphics you need to do hit and trial method, which involves that you do something, then you see that whether it looks good or not, and then if you are not satisfied with the result, then you can try something else. So I've left it in, this is another null position, which is shifting the position upwards. So that's how we get this zoom out effect, and then the text is sliding upwards. And now you can see this graph also. It is here the height is less, so the speed will be lesser. And then finally, as it is reaching the peak height, so the speed will be maximum. So it starts slow, and then in the end, we get this match cut effect. So how do we create this match cut effect? I'll explain you. Match cut effect means when you have two different scenes, okay? So both the scenes will be moving in the same direction, but in between you cut the frame and then another scene starts. Yeah, Q&A will be there. Uh, you though I think you can still follow some basics I will be teaching. So yeah, that's how we get the match cut effect. When the this first scene is moving in upward direction, and then another scene is also moving in upward direction. So for that, you need to start the first scene slow. Okay, I think you should keep a notebook and pencil with you so that you can note down. So this first scene will start slow, and then it will, in the end, it will be faster, as you can see in this graph. Okay, and for the second scene, which is this one, here also I've added the position keyframes, and in this you can see it is starting fast and it is ending slow. So that's how we create the match cut effect. So the first scene will start slow, and then it will end fast, and the second scene will start fast and it will end slow. Okay, so that's how we get the match cut effect. And let me show you how we have created this composition. So this is a pre-comp. So how do we get this text typewriter effect? It's a built-in effect which you can use inside After Effects. Let me show you. So I've randomly created a text layer over here. Then you can apply the effect called, I think, blinking cursor something. Yeah, I think this one. So you can drag and drop over it. So it's a built-in preset. Okay, so you get this um, typewriter effect easily. So that's it. I've created a text layer, and then I've applied this effect over here. So now how did I get this gradient effect over here? So again, the same thing like we did for the first scene. Oh, for this one, I've track matted another gradient layer over it. So I've made a this. Let me solo this part out for you. This is a gradient shape. This is a gradient shape, as you can see here. So it is track matted to this part of the text. And first, let me cancel the track mat. So there is a shortcut which you can use to cancel the track mat. Hold the command or control key, then click over this. So this track mat will be cancelled. And now you can see there is a solid layer on which I have applied the gradient ramp effect. You can note this effect down. So it basically creates a gradient effect. So you can change the color from here and all. Okay, so that's how I've created this. I've track matted the layer from this to the text layer. Okay, and then for the background, I have for this button shape, I have used a round corner shape. Basically, this kind of shape you can create using this shape layer. And if you want to increase the roundness, then you can go inside this, go to the rectangular path, and inside the roundness, you can adjust the roundness. Or a better way to do this is to first create this, and then you can hold the mouse scroll. If you can see here in this mouse scroll button you can use while holding only, while making only, then scroll up, then it will increase the roundness. If scroll down, then it will decrease the roundness. There are two multiple methods, so this is a better way. Also, you can use the up arrow key in the keyboard, so it will increase the roundness, and down arrow key will decrease the roundness. Okay. So then for this lightning effect, you can see there's a light moving around, right? So I've used two shapes here. Let me solo this part. So this button is used to solo this layer. So if I solo this layer, then this layer will only be visible. Okay. And then if I solo this also, then these two layers will only be visible. So I've also applied fastbox blur effect like the first part, like we did for this. So that's how we get this blurry effect. If I do not apply the fastbox blur, it will not be so smooth. You can see this is the initial and this is the final. So that's how we get this. Now let me unsolo this. So how do we get this shining outline effect on the shape layer? Simply you just duplicate this layer, and then on the duplicated layer you apply this CC light sweep effect, and then you can animate this direction. This direction defines the position. As you can see, it's moving. Now it is here. You can change this position and you can play with the settings over here. Okay. So that's how we get this part done. Let me close this. Okay. So now we simply give it a position keyframe as I've shown you for the match effect, right? Now we give it a scale animation backward so that it gives the illusion that it is going behind. Okay. So this is the keyframe for this one. If you select this and then Alt while holding the Alt key, then you double click any of the keyframes, then this box will be opened. Now here you can set the velocity is 85, 85. So this kind of graph will be created. And if you select any percentage, let's say 33, which is for the easy ease. Let's see 33. And then we go. So this kind of graph you get for the easy ease when I press F9, if you remember. So that's how you can change the position by putting the values also if it is hard for you to create using the handles only. So that's how we get, for 85 we get a shape like this, for 33 we get a shape
Just a
more
loop for
rounder, and you can play with the settings and the numbers. So higher the number, closer to the 100 it is, the more sharper it will be near the middle. Okay. So that's how. And then we slide this introduces part. For introduce text, I've also track matted it to a gradient layer. Let me show you. It's inside here. So this is another gradient layer which I have created for the text to reveal, just to fade out the text introduces. So this is a random shape layer. Let me show you how it's made. Firstly, you create a shape, then you hold the Alt key, and then you click inside this fill area. Then you'll toggle between radial, linear, or no fill. Or also you can just uh, click over this fill text and then manually select it from here. So there are two methods. Firstly, you can hold the hold button and then click to toggle between this type of gradients. There is fill. This one is radial gradient. This one is no fill, and this one is linear. Okay. So that's how I've changed the. I've added a. You can also add a gradient trap effect over here. There are multiple ways. So I've added black color on the right side and white color on the left side. And then again I've track matted this. So that's how you get this text fade out effect. And then Okay. So then we have this stroke coming over here, which is animated. So this can be created using a pen tool. Then make sure none of the layer is selected, otherwise it will create a mask. Okay. So, and then we add a vertex here. Then switch to selection tool and then drag it a little bit. And then toggle for no fill and stroke only. So you can change the stroke color. And then we can add this convert vertex tool is used to add the roundness over there, as you can see. Now it will create roundness like this. So that's how I created this stroke layer. But I've also added gradient ramp, noise effect, fastbox blur. Fastbox blur, as I've already explained, it will smoothen out this. Otherwise, it will look like this. Otherwise, it will look like this. So that's why I've added fastbox blur to smoothen it out, and directional blur also you can add. So you can play around with different kinds of blur if you want. And then you can add trim path to animate this from left to right. Let me show you. You go to add, then you choose trim paths. Then you will get this start to end, and then you can easily animate this path. You can add the keyframes from start to end, and then you are good to go. Then again, it comes a match cut effect. The whole scene is zooming out, as you can see. So what I've done here is I've used a null layer. Mm, yeah, I think null layer only. Yeah, these two null layers I've used. I've added scale keyframes for this one, as you can see. So again, the same thing as I've told you for the first scene, it should start slow and then it should end faster. Faster it is near, the higher the peak is, the faster the velocity will be. And then for the next scene, it should start fast, as you can see, and it should go slow. So again, there is similar thing here. Okay, I have designed this here only. Let me change the background color. Right. So this word give has keyframe of scale and position. So again, you can see it is starting fast. The speed is faster here to the left side. So it will start faster and it will end slower just for the match cut animation, match cut transition. So it's going in, then it is sliding left also. So I've added a position keyframe. So that's how it is sliding in. Then I've added the word your, it is sliding left. Then team is also sliding left using the position keyframes. Okay, and then all three are sliding. So how do you make all three of them slide at once? So for that, we can use a null layer. As you can see, I've used the position keyframes can be used. Simply 85% can be used here, as I've shown you. Hold the Alt button, then double click this. Then this keyframe velocity panel will be open. Now you can set the velocity from here also, or you can change the, you can manipulate from here also. Okay. So then comes this word superbar also. This one is also similar. Position keyframe, then scale keyframe. And then there is a click animation. So for that I've used scale. Firstly, the scale is around 36.5. Then it's decreasing, then it is increasing. So that's how we create the animation for click animation. There is a mouse cursor as well here, which you can see, which is there in the main com, not in the display com. This. So for that, I have added a keyframe for scale so that it looks like it is clicking. But there also we need to take care of this thing that it should start fast, it should slow down in the middle, and then again it should end fast. so that it looks like a click. Otherwise, let me show you if it is a linear keyframe. Okay, so it's not looking much fine. It's not looking great, as you can see. It's looking normal. Okay, but when I am using the graph editor, then it looks more smoother. Let me increase the time resolution, then you will feel. So that's how we create this click animation also. And then I've downloaded this mouse cursor from the internet. You can find it, and there are. I have also added the position and rotation keyframe. Similar, you can see frame. Then there's a rotation keyframe. So multiple things are happening at once. So you need to do trial and error for this. Okay. Then next up we have a match cut here. So this superpower words is increasing. Oh yeah, chill. As you can see in the end, this whole line is increasing in size, just to give an illusion that it is coming towards the screen, because I want to create another match cut effect here. So the size is increasing, and as I've told you already, it should start slow, then it should end fast for the first scene. And then similarly, for the next scene, it should start fast. So this help has a scale keyframe here. It is starting fast and ending slow. Similar thing. Then it is sliding left. I've used a position keyframe. Okay, I've used a null layer over here. You can also add position keyframes on this, or you can add a null layer. Choice is yours. So now it is sliding left. Then another word comes. Similarly, it has position keyframes. Then both of these text layers are parented to this layer, and then it is sliding left. Then another word unlock comes, and in similar way we are able to slide them up. You can even see the editor graph, which is simple, easy ease. And now, okay, we can, let me show you how I made this gradient behind the text. Okay, so this this gradient behind is moving. So firstly, I've made a solid shape, which is this, and this is a whole rectangular shape. But then I've fragmented this whole shape to this twirly gradient layer. So this is a ellipse. Then I have used multiple effects like turbulent displays, fast box blur as always. Otherwise, it will look like this. So we need to smoothen this out. Then directional blur also for the same thing. The noise actually tries to create some textures. Let me show you. If I increase the noise, if you create a random shape like this, and then if we apply, if we apply the noise effect on it, and then if we increase the grain, so this noise effect is used to add some texture. So now I think you have understood this. If you increase more, then it will look bad. So I generally try to keep it around 5 only, just a little subtle. So that's how I created this background. Then again, we have a match cut effect here. Then the word potential is sliding to the left, and width is also sliding to the left. And then the size decreases. So, and the color is also changing. As you can see, it's changing from black to white. So how to change the color of the text? There are two ways. Firstly, you can apply a fill effect over the text layer. So as you can see, I've already applied a fill effect, which is this one under generate. And then you can add a keyframe on the color, then change it from black to white. As you can see here, we have black initially. This keyframe is black. Then I've changed it to white. Finally, from here, you can change the color. So, and then we are also decreasing the size using this scale down. It's a good practice to name your layers as well, because it then saves a lot of time. Because I've opened this project file after 2 or 3 months, but now I can easily remember what is used for what. Like this is scaling the line down. This is shifting the left, so there will be position keyframes over here. So I already know which layer is doing what. Then we have this scale animation over this. I've already shown you how to create this shape from rounded rectangle tool. So that's how we create this type of shape. Then there's a text over here. Let me show you. This is also a pre-com shape animation, right? So I've created multiple layers with slight pink color. Then the pink color is fading out. That can be done easily. And this number changing effect can be, you can search it on YouTube. This is called number slider effect, which is basically changing the value of the number from any number to other number. Now let me get down to X. So you can search it over the YouTube, you will easily get it. There, I've used an expression over here, basically this one. So you can get it from there as well. Then source text से ही change होता है. Then we have added size keyframes over them, each of the layer. Then this feedback text is popping out. So I have opacity keyframes, position keyframes, and size keyframe. Feedback. All this position, scale, opacity, all are there. Then add this click on this first. Then we simply zoom this part so that this feedback comes in middle. So I think so it's a good practice to follow the design principles as well, because that is one of the most important things. So try to keep your design according to design principles, which can really improve your motion graphics a lot. So the new text is popping, so I've zoomed in on this and I've brought this feedback in the middle. As you can see the guides as well. You can press Alt and then in double inverted commas. Alt plus double inverted comma, then this green grid will appear. And if you simply press the double inverted comma on the left of enter key, then this grid will be coming. So you can use this for the checking the design of the frame. As you can see, it is completely balanced. And you can also use the rulers. So you can press Command R or Control R if you're on Windows. Then this rulers will appear. Then you can drag them down and you can check if these are in the middle. So these tools really help in maintaining the design principles. Okay. Then again, I've added a gradient in the text of
ब्रो सॉरी टू इंटरप्ट बट अब बहुत से लोग पूछ रहे हैं कि आपने ये बाउंसी इफेक्ट कैसे बनाया.
a bouncy effect. You can get it from the YouTube. There is a code which is used. There are plenty of videos you can search. Otherwise, it will be a long breakdown. So it directly code copy paste ही करना होता है. Then we have this shape morphing effect. So let me open this. Okay. So firstly, you have to unlink the size of, just let me show you. Yeah, this one. So you have to unlink this scale so that you can ununiformly change the x and y. Otherwise, if this link is on, then it will uniformly increase the size. So you have to unlink this and then change the x and y according to you. So that's how we create this shape morph. And so for this type, this is a shape layer, but most of you might not be knowing how to create this. So uh, you can make a circle layer and then change it to make it unfilled, and then you can add a stroke and then simply make this layer. Okay. Then there is an effect called plucker and blot, I think. Pucker and blot. Then you can add this effect. Then under this, you can increase the amount. So that's how you get this shape. I think you might have seen this in Gemini logo also. It is similar to it. So that's how we create this shape. You need to make sure the fill is set to none, as you can toggle by holding the Alt key. So that's how we get this. And then for the gradient, I might have used, yeah, this is the gradient layer. So again, I've applied fastbox blur and noise for the texture. Same on this, same on this. There is a blue ball and then multiple. You can play with the color of the multiple shape layers and then finally combine them to make like this. And there's a text here, which is simply sliding. This text is simply sliding from right to left keyframes. Then there is this message as well. So I've simply changed the opacity from 0 to 100, as you can see. All of these are opacity keyframes from 0 to 100. And then there is position keyframe as well. So you can directly, instead of making keyframes on all of them, you can directly parent all of these to the null layer and then change the position. It's a better way to organize. And then, but you can't do them for opacity keyframes. That's why I've added them on this individually. Opacity does not work for null layer. So that's how we get it. This keyframe is useless. Can remove. So this is also sliding, and I've also used CC light sweep to get this purple effect. Let me show you. This is the profile image. As you can see, I've added a CC light sweep over here. And then you can change the color as well. You can play with the settings. But what I like to do is I first make a shape layer and then I duplicate it. And then I change this to cutout. Because if I simply copy paste this effect, let's suppose I'm simply applying the out CC light sweep effect directly over this. Then if I change it to cutout, then it will not look fine. That's why we need to duplicate the layer and then apply the CC light switch over that layer and then change it to cutout. That's how you get this effect. And then again the same click animation as I've shown you before on the prepare. The same graph I used here. Fast initially, then slow, then again this part is fast. So it will go like fast, then again fast. You can also make it fast, then in middle slow, and again fast. Let me show you. So you can increase the part in the end. So the middle part will have longer time. So it will be slowed down in the middle for longer time, as you can see. But I wanted it to be this way because it's a motion graphics is all about trial and error. So I thought this is looking better. Fast, fast, then slow, then again fast. So it is scaling down and scaling up. Then this prefab is completed, I think. So that's how this is a cursor. You can animate the position, you can play with the rotation to get this effect. And you need to match the timing as well. So how do you match the timing? Let's suppose I have this pre-comp inside when it is scaling. Okay, so this is very important part that you bring the mouse cursor and scale down the prepare button at the same time. So you can stand down at this point of time when this keyframe is there, and then you can click on this comp, and then it will bring you into the same time as in this pre-comp. So now you know at this time, thus it is scaling down. So according to that, you can put the mouse cursor over there. That's how we match the timings. If you are in a pre-comp, then go to that particular timeline, timestamp, and then shift. If you will shift to another pre-comp, then the timing will be same. That's how I've also converted this to 3D to get this rotation effect. So there is also a match cut effect over here. It's rotating, as you can see. So then moving on to the next part, we have a dark theme over here. So for this, I've created another solid layer, same thing, fastbox blur, and it is static. Yeah, it is static. So simply another, this one is also there. I've used two, I think. Yeah. So you can, these are for the background. Then you can, this is also pre-comp. Let me show you what is inside. So this is the pre-comp inside in which I have, and I've also used ruler here, as you can see. So this is just basic. I've added text. This you can download from a website called Flaticon. You can note down. You might be knowing as well. So you get three icons from there. This is from there only. So now it is sliding up. I've also separated them into further pre-comps. So there is this pre-comp flip screen. Then inside also I have multiple pre-comps just to be organized. So you can also color the time. You can also color the layers just to not be confused. So simply there is this text effect, opacity effect, and it's simple. There is a slide up animation for this. Again, there is a slider no, number scroll effect for this percentage. And there must be, let me check. Mhm. Mm. Okay, you can also add a trim path over here. Let me show you. So if the number is increasing, the bar should also be increasing. But I did not pay much attention because these are just small details. Mostly people don't care. But if you are working for a client, you should definitely take care of these things. So let us just animate this line. Okay, so this is the line. Then what you can do is go to here, then choose trim paths. Okay, trim path is already there. So then you can animate the start and end position. So let's suppose initially it is 0, then I'm going forward, then I'm increasing the percentage. So now, as you can see, it is increasing. So that's how we create this effect. Okay, then moving on to the next part. Okay, this is simply another 3D rotating effect. This is sliding up. You can use null layer for this purpose. You can parent this pre-comp to this null layer, and then you can add position keyframes over it, but both of them should be 3D. So keep this thing in mind. Then I've also used another null layer because I feel it is much more organized to add keyframes for another layer. So this null layer must be parented to this. So there's a hierarchy like this is parented to this, and this is parented to this, and this is parented to this. So that's how you can think in terms of parenting. There is a X rotation here. As you can see, this is a 3D layer. Okay. This is changing its position, and then you can easily ease this, as you can see. Then again, as I have told you, you should, if I want the viewers to look on this text, so I should bring this text in the middle. That's what design principle says. So this will come in the middle, then mouse cursor will come here, then again click animation, and this text, this mouse cursor is rotating. Where's mouse cursor? Yeah. So there is simply this rotating keyframes on this. You can change the rotation like this. Then again, there is a match cut effect. So for that, I'm pulling the whole screen up. So again, we have to use the keyframes. Initially slow, then finally it should be, the speed should be high. And for the next screen, initially the speed should be high, then it should be low. 18. Again, I've added these gradients, and you can even animate their position just so that it feels more live, dynamic. Simply randomly, you can animate their position. You can bring them to here or anywhere. Then this is also a pre-comp. Inside, is it a pre-comp? No, this is not a pre-comp, but I think I advise you to make this into a pre-comp. Otherwise, it will not be manageable. So yeah, you can animate the position to upwards, and this is a simple text animation. So this text animation, let me show you how it's made. Simple. Okay, let me solo this first. Okay, this has been soloed. Now, how do you make this text effect which is there in this sentence, even a simple observation? So there are two things in this: opacity and position. As you can see, it's fading in, then sliding up. So for that, you go to animate, click on this, then you can choose whichever thing you want. So in our case, we need position and opacity, right? So let's go with position, and then inside this animator only you add opacity also. You can add blur also, it looks good. Position, and then let me add blur also, and opacity. So we have three things. Okay, let me set the blur to 20, Okay, let me show you that. We need it to slide from down to up. So I will give it, I will pull it down. Let's say 30. So opacity should be 0 in the beginning and blur should be, let's say, 15. Then go to this range selector, increase the offset, and then you will get your animation. Now, just animate this offset from 0 to 100, and then you will get. You can also customize from advanced. You can go to from characters to words. Okay, then it will do on the basis of words. Now you can get the smooth uh, text animation effect. You can also do on characters. It will go character by character. You can do on lines, so one line at a time. So let's say if I have another line here, so it will do line by line. I think you got it. So I've done by words. Then you should do ramp up. It's a better thing here. Then type here -50 and 100. Now what does this do? Ease high and ease low. So as you can see, here we have linear keyframes. So instead of easing them like this, we prefer to do from here. It's a better way. Okay, so you can put -50 to 100. You can try to remember this number. So that's how we get this effect. So let me turn off the music. So that's how you get this effect. Okay, if you are doing ramp up, then you should animate from -100 to 100. Okay, just keep this thing in mind. -100 to 100, and then you will get your animation. You can stop it. Little still more. So that's how you create this text animation. Okay, so these are all also simple. Okay, so you can also animate it from horizontal. How? Let me show you. If you keep this 0, and then if you increase it to the right, let's say 35, then it will animate from right to left. So it's just a simple thing. I've explained you. I have done this writing on this text. As you can see, then there is this scale up animation, simple, scale down, again match cut. What is scaling down? Yeah, so here also it is similar graph. You can, if you will do this 5 to 10 times, then you'll get the hang of it. Then you'll remember what you need to do. So again, this shape I've already explained you how to make. And then I've simply added scale and rotation keyframes. White star. Yeah. You can see the scale and rotation keyframes here. Okay. Then you can use the graph editor to make it look smooth. Like this. Then again, we have another match cut. Simply this typewriter effect I've shown you. So most of the things in the video are repeated. You just need to follow the pattern. This gradient effect I've already shown you, track matte. And yeah, font gradient. Uh, So you can directly add the font from here as well. You can switch to radial as I've already shown. You can add more colors here, and then it will look in a similar way. This is it. And this is also 3D here. As you can see, we have this white frame. Let me check it better. Oh, yeah. So you can add the size keyframes here, and then this text effect I have shown you how to create. This is based on lines as I had shown you. Then this line is animating from middle. Trim, you can use scale also, you can use trim paths also. This is a number slider animation. All the numbers are sliding. We have opacity keyframes in them and position keyframes. These two keyframe, position and opacity. So these are rising up. Simply you can check the keyframes, how you want them to look. If you want them to come fastly, then you can use this kind of graph. Okay. So that's how we bring up all the elements smoothly. Then again, we have click animation here, I think. Yeah, we have click animation here. Okay, then this part is completed. And then out in the master comp, I've added the rotation keyframe. I've converted this into 3D from here. You can toggle this. Then you can add rotation keyframe. As I've added X rotation keyframes here. So like this you can add. Then again slide up, then we have text coming here. And this is inside the pre-comp, so we not need to bother. Then again the text is coming. So you have to match the timing of the button with the cursor again. So we can go here. We can see where it's scaling here. When it is scaling, I'm bringing the time indicator at this point of time. Then I'm changing the comp. Just a minute. Then I'm changing the comp. And we can make the mouse cursor animation. Where are we? This is same, this is same. Okay, then I just to make it like a camera, just like in a camera, the farther things are, the blur, the more blur they are. So I've simply added fast box blur, I think. Then this text effect I have explained you. Then I've also explained you how to make this shape from pucker and blot. Then you can add deep blue as well. You can see it looks better with deep blue. Again, this match cut effect, text is coming. This is same thing. You can see this text effect also I've explained. Simple slide up animation. Then again the same scale effect I've used. You can see exact same. So you can copy paste the older effects as well, so that you don't have to repeat them again. And yeah, this one is also this text effect is also same. Just you have to change the advanced to from characters to lines, I think. Yeah. So, and you need to uh, you need to take care of the position as well, so that viewers keep reading the middle part only. So as this text is coming at the bottom, I'm sliding this whole comp up. You can see. I've added a position keyframe so that viewers' eyes are focused at the center only. So you need to follow design principles as well. When it is going down, then the pre-comp is animated up. Then this is sliding up. Again, the number text number scroll effect, and then again match cut. Okay. So this is the same exact same thing that I've used in the starting. So you can directly reuse the things as well, just to save time. Same trim paths effect, same text is coming from left to right. Even the gradient is same, I think. Mhm. Gradient, so gradient text. Gradient must be somewhere there only. Hmm. होगा कहीं मिल नहीं रहा, ठीक है. Then I am scaling up this share button. Okay, this one is a bit complicated as we have so much going on here. First of all, the share it button slides up. Here we have the position keyframe. This is the graph you can see. It starts fast, then it's ending slow. Then we have scale animation on this shape. This shape. So for that, you need to unlink the scale as I've shown you before. What are the keyframes? Okay, so you need to unlink this size as you can see. This is unlinked because I only want to decrease the size in X, not in Y. So firstly, this is going left, and then you can also see the three dots are also animating. So this I have created from normal shape layers only. Where is it? Where is it? Yes, this one, wall and bottom. This I have created. These three walls you can animate, and then there's opacity, opacity keyframes in this. This is also a line which I have made separately. So multiple things have to be made, and then you can slide these three icons. Initially, it was hidden below this layer. As you can see, where is this layer? Yeah, this layer. These icons are below this layer, and you can also use the track mat just to be sure. Then there is a scale button, scale animation on this image. And then I've duplicated this image over here and I've added fill. So let's suppose duplicate this, and we can increase the size. Just a minute. So I've added this purple color by duplicating my own image. I'm showing it here. Then I've increased the size a little bit. Then bring this layer down so that the bigger the behind this layer is behind this image. Okay. Then we can add a fill effect. Fill effect. Then you can change the color from, so now it looks like it is glowing or there is an outline. That's how you create this effect on this thing. Then you parent this behind purple or whatever color, this layer to the image. So and then you have to add the size keyframes on this image only, and since you have parented this to this, so this will also be decreasing or increasing in size. That's how you make this. And I've track matted this to this layer. So when this size is decreasing, this will not be visible except my image because it will be coming out later, as you can see. Like it has to come out of this, so I did not track mat my image to this, but other images are track matted, as you can see. Then they are going out, and then there is this tick animation. So how do you create a tick? Again, go to the pen tool and then simply create it like this. You can change the fill to none, decrease the stroke, and then you can add a trim path effect on this trim path. Then you can animate the end, start to end. That's how you make this. And also, if you want this roundness, no, you can go to hmm, you can go to this stroke inside the content. Go to content, then shape, then stroke. Then you see this line cap and line join. Change them to round cap and round join. Now you can see there are round edges. Initially, this it was like this. Now it is like this. Okay. So this part is completed. Then simply scale down animation on this. Let's move forward. Again, match cut, simple text animation. This gradient also we have made before. I've used reused the same part again, as you can see. So that's how you can save time as well. This is also scale animation. This is also rotation. Then there's a panel which I have pre-commed. This is the panel. Simply text and all. Simple pre-com. Then you can animate its position and scale and opacity, whatever you want. This is very simple. So initially I wanted the viewers to look at the star. Then I've rolled it to the left so that viewers look at this part so that they start reading this. So that's how you play with the design. Then it's going behind. You can see it is in the center of the screen. The design principles have to be followed. Then to create this kind of effect, like it's curling from the edges, you can use this bulge effect. You can animate the bulge height or something. You can just play around with it. Then there is this scene where there are multiple images which are pre-common, and then there is this shape which is the gradient. These three are the gradient layers. Let me solo this. So it is looking like this. Okay. Then we have this shape layer. Currently it is parented, that's why it is looking like this. So this is the circle, right? Now, these are the circles which have outlines only. They don't have fill. Like this one also. So these are basically the lines only. Then I've sticked their images to this line, and then they are revolving around a central null layer, which is this, I think. Okay, it will come later. So you can parent all of these images to this central object, let's say this circle in our case. Then you can add a rotation keyframe on the circle, and then these images will also start rotating. Okay. Let me see where's the. This is a pre-con. It should come later. Yeah. Purple sphere. Yeah, there you go. How those images are aligning correctly. Yeah, I'm going to explain. There's a maths in this. Okay. So you need to apply some max as well. So now, as he mentioned, if I'm parenting these things and then rotating, so what will happen? These images will also start to rotate. Just let me show you. We can make a triangle first. Let's make a star. This is a random shape. Now, uh, at this point of time, I'm parenting. Shit, let me bring it down. Just a minute. I'm bringing it down so that I can explain you well. Okay. Now I'm parenting this to purple. Okay. Okay. तो लोगों को इसकी फॉर्मेट को 47 47 circle ठीक है. You can parent this to circle. Yeah, it has rotated. So now as you can see, the circle is also rotating. But I want it to be straight only. So what I will do, there is some maths involved in this. So this circle, I'm parenting all of the images to this circle. Okay. This is rotating from 0 to plus 80 degrees. Okay. In how much time? 322 to 514 or some time you can calculate. Okay. Then what you can do, choose the images and then add rotation in the negative direction. Okay. So suppose this, which is the main controller, okay, you can assume it as the controller. This is rotating plus 80. And if it is rotating plus 80, then if I want the images to be same, then I can rotate them to be minus 80. So that's how I apply the max here. Just look at this one of the image. Let's suppose this one. These two keyframes you observe, okay. One is increasing in plus, another is decreasing in negative. So that's how this is being in the position. Alignment is same, as you can see. If I'm not, if let's say if I remove this rotation, okay, then it will be clear. So now this will rotate. This image is rotating, but I want it to be straight. So that's how you use some brain here, and then it will look like this. So I think now I've answered the question. This is parented with a circle, and you have a yeah, the same thing. I think. Yeah. So that's how you can get this effect. Then simply for these, let me tell you a trick how to do this process faster. As you can see, there are 5 of them. So I'll just have to make one single pre-comp. Okay, then I'll duplicate them. Yeah, there can be some expression, but I think this is faster. I mean, just there is simple keyframe. You can do that. And then we have, so you only need to make one single pre-comp. Okay, this is these are the lines only. These lines have been created from this shape layer, pen layer. Okay, then I've rounded this as I've shown you. So this is the same text animation. You can, from this you can see how many things I have repeated again and again, and then so that viewer also don't feel repeated. So you need to repeat some things cleverly. Just as I've done here, there's a scale animation in the image. So now what you need to do, instead of creating the same things 5 times, what you can do here is, instead of duplicating it like this will not work because you need to change the content inside. So you right click on this, reveal. Okay, let me show you what will happen if I just duplicate here only and then change the image. Yeah, I will tell you in the end. I'm just duplicating, okay. I'm saying I will change here only. Let's try this and then change the green color. Now both will get changed, not only one. This I do not want. So instead of duplicating this in timeline, what you can do is go to reveal layer in project. So this will show you where it is in the project. Now you can duplicate it using Control D or Command D. This is duplicated. Now you bring it here. Okay. And now you can see this newly created layer. Right. Now if I change something inside it, now both of them will remain different. So that's how you create duplicate the layers. Okay. Yeah. So that's how I have duplicated this thing 5 times, as you can see. From this, these are duplicated, and then I can easily change the things. That's how you can save time, since all of them have similar animation. All of them are bouncing. For bounce, I have manually done this time. You can use position. I use position only here. Then you can slide them to left. There is a principle in animation. I don't know if you've heard 12 principles of animation. So I've created anticipation here. As you can see, it has to slide right only. But instead I have slide. They are sliding to left, then they are sliding to right, which creates an anticipation. So this scene is similar only. Then it is going inside. Then this text animation I've shown you. This shape also I've shown. There's background, gradient. This is the shape layer. This is the shape layer. Uh, this is a pre-comp. As you can see, it's better to use pre-comps, I think. I've added a rotation plus scale keyframe in this. So this is also simple. Then you can slide this up using the position keyframes. More of them are coming. Again, these three are same. So I will duplicate. I will make one only. Then I will duplicate it 3 times and then use it again. So that's how you can save time. And then simple. This is text and simple scale. These are just repeating. Just you can save time. Processor RAM, yeah, we'll talk about it in the end. These three are coming. So again, you can see the design principle here. Initially, this is in the middle. Then it is sliding up. Then three more are coming. Now, what I want the viewers to focus on these three. So I will slide this up and bring these three from down to up. Then I want something in the middle. Um, then I'm sliding these things to edges, and then in the middle it is popping out. Then again, click animation, simple tick. This is the same tick I've used some moments before. You can, you see, this is the exact same which I've used here. So that's how you can save time. And then for the final part, this is the same text effect. Let me show you the gradient text if I can find. Mm, Where's the gradient? This is the text. This is the shape. Okay, this is again a gradient shape layer, as you can see, and we can track mat this up. Yeah, it is realistic. So that's how you animate this. You can see this outline of the shape. Let me cancel this track one. Okay, now you can see this shape. Okay. So again, fast box blur as usual, and there's the shape. Here is the shade. You can use the linear gradient here for the reveal animation. How you get color? How you got the color acting? I've just animated now. You can see this is animated, and now when I've track matted this, it looks like this. You see, tick and I've shown now. Tick animation I've shown you. Let me show you again, but you should create this using the pen tool, okay? Then quickly add trim paths and then animate this, okay? Just a minute. Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
If any one of you can give me the confirmation. आवाज आ रही है?
Yes, you are audible.
आवाज आ रही है।
Hello. You are audible. Hello.
आ रही है ना?
हाँ
ठीक
हाँ
है.
आ रही है.
So I think I have explained this. You can just add trim paths and then use the keyframe. So that's how we create this, and then same effect for no reveal in the project. It's so realistic. The same text reveal effect is there on this, and then finally I reveal my name. And you can also use the track mat excluded, which I think I might have done. That's it for the editing breakdown. We are finished.
Bro, एक ऐसा SaaS edit करने में कितना time लग गया था आपको?
Do you have any doubts now?
Hello.
Once, can you play the whole video? Do you want me to play the video again?
Yes.
You can type in the chat. Okay, then. Okay. Is it audible? Okay.
I'm the next big thing. Oh yeah. I'm the next big thing. Oh yeah.
Just a minute.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm the next big thing. Oh yeah.
I made a free.
So, do you have? Am I audible? I've changed my headphone. uh,
ब्रो
audible. Am
ये सेल्स एडिट करने में कितना टाइम लगता है?
Time. Just a minute. टाइम तो यार डिपेंड करता है। I think इस प्रोजेक्ट में सिर्फ सिर्फ एडिट करने का पार्ट पूछो तो 4-5 दिन सिर्फ एडिट। लेकिन उसके लिए स्टोरी बोर्ड करना पड़ता है।
तो इस वीडियो कंप्लीट करने में कितना टाइम लगेगा, पूरा स्टोरी बोर्ड से लेकर एडिट कंप्लीट?
7 से 10 दिन आई थिंक।
ओके,
Story board can be made in Illustrator, I think. Illustrator, or you can even use Figma or Photoshop also.
first to design it on Illustrator, then animate.
No. Just a storyboard I tried to create
Okay.
in Figma or
Hmm.
Figma or Illustrator. But things I'm only creating in this only. Things can be created directly if it is not so complex.
Do you have any suggestion on how you can improve design sense designing?
Just watch some design videos, man.
Okay.
Hmm. I've also learned many of the things from YouTube itself. Can you show us the storyboard? Oh, I need to find it. Time लग जाएगा अभी, फिर कभी करते हैं. It's system. I'm using Mac M4.
And where you had did the sound design on Premiere Pro?
हाँ, Premiere Pro. Sound design उतना टाइम नहीं था तो सिर्फ यही ब्रेक डाउन किया. 100+ लेयर. हाँ ब्रो, 100+ लेयर तो लगता है हो रही, बट
How
अगर
you
करते
did
जाओ आई थिंक होता जाता है.
how you did come across like idea, inspiration, ideas?
बाकी SaaS एक्सप्लेनर देख के आता है,
Okay,
सिंपल है. हाँ.
got it.
और कोई डाउट? यू कैन टैग मी ऑन इंस्टाग्राम एज वेल. सेशन कैसा लगा वैसे?
It was amazing.
हेलो।
Got to
Great
learn so
session.
many things.
Amazing
हाँ भैया,
session.
मेरा ये थोड़ा डाउट था।
हाँ.
भैया मैं एक्चुअली इससे पहले मतलब कि गवर्नमेंट एग्जाम्स की प्रिपरेशन कर रहा था, बट मेरा कहीं हुआ नहीं, और अभी मेरी एज भी मतलब काफी ज्यादा हो गई है। तो इस अभी मैं एबीटीवी के कोहर्ट में क्लासेस मतलब अटेंड कर रहा हूँ, उनका कोर्स ले रखा है मैंने। और मुझे भी मतलब वीडियो एडिटिंग और ग्राफिक डिजाइनिंग सॉरी मोशन डिजाइनिंग मतलब एज अ करियर परसू करना है। तो मतलब कितने टाइम में कितना सीखा जा सकता है? तो क्योंकि मुझे सपोर्ट भी चाहिए था यार, मतलब आप जैसों का ही। तो मैं कैसे मतलब आगे बढ़ सकता हूँ, क्योंकि एज भी बहुत ज्यादा हो गई ना भैया, और करियर मतलब कुछ भी नहीं है, और मैं सिंगल चाइल्ड हूँ। तो
सो आई थिंक एबीटीवी वाले प्लेसमेंट ऑफर करते हैं ना, अगर तुम अच्छा करो तो.
करते तो हैं भैया, बट मतलब काफी हेक्टिक हो रहा है, तो एट द एंड तो कुछ पता नहीं है कि क्या हो पाएगा नहीं हो पाएगा,
आई
और
थिंक अगर
थोड़ा सा
रियल
डर भी है।
रियल तुम्हें पसंद है, रियल अगर आपको पसंद है तो फिर हो जाता है, इतना दिक्कत नहीं होती. बस सीखते रहो और प्रैक्टिस ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है आई थिंक. सिर्फ अगर मैंने अभी जैसे ब्रेक डाउन एक्सप्लेन किया, तो सिर्फ देखने से कुछ नहीं होगा. अगर आप खुद से प्रैक्टिस करोगे तभी जाके कर पाओगे वो सब. प्रैक्टिस ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है. थैंक यू भाई, थैंक यू. अच्छा, मैं अपना इंस्टाग्राम दे देता हूँ, यू कैन टैग मी.
भैया आपसे कांटेक्ट करना हो तो कैसे कर सकते हैं, मतलब आपसे बात हो जाए?
डिस्कॉर्ड सर्वर में ही, या फिर इंस्टाग्राम.
मतलब इंस्टाग्राम पे आप रिप्लाई कर देते हैं?
हाँ, अगर फ्री होऊंगा तो कर दूंगा.
ठीक है भैया, ठीक है, मैं करता हूँ आपको वहां पे मैसेज।
ठीक है. आखिरी 5 मिनट के कोई डाउट है तो पूछ लो।
भैया वैसे मोशन
आदित्य
डिजाइनिंग मतलब अगर पूरा बेसिक से सीखना हो तो कितना टाइम लग जाता है, मतलब एक अच्छे लेवल तक?
ब्रो इट highly depends on कि तो we are currently launching something very soon. We'll inform you about that.
भाई कब तक आ जाएगा वो कोर्स, मतलब जो सोमरथ सर का है वो भी मेरे को पता था कुछ।
हाँ वो वी आर प्लानिंग टू लॉन्च, बहुत जल्दी आ जाएगा आई थिंक। वी आर प्लानिंग, सो स्टे ट्यून, ज़्यादा टाइम नहीं लगेगा।
एनी आइडिया फिर भी
एक
विद इन हाउ वन
आई
मंथ?
थिंक 2 months, विद इन 2 months, 2-3 months।
तो प्लेसमेंट रेडी बनाना यार, मतलब इस तरीके से कि मतलब प्रॉपर बेसिक से
हाँ
मतलब
प्लेसमेंट,
बेसिक से हो गया इंटरमीडिएट? क्योंकि सोमरथ सर कह रहे थे कि वो इंटरमीडिएट लेवल से स्टार्ट करेंगे, कुछ ऐसा था।
अभी ऐसे कुछ प्लान्स नहीं है, लेकिन डेफिनेटली बेसिक से तो होगा ही, क्योंकि वी कांट एक्सपेक्ट एवरीवन टू स्टार्ट डायरेक्टली फ्रॉम इंटरमीडिएट। सो बेसिक से ही होगा मोस्ट प्रोबेबली। लेकिन फिर प्लेसमेंट्स पे ज़्यादा फोकस करेंगे, क्योंकि दैट्स द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग कि तुम भी, अगर आप भी कोर्स खरीद रहे हो तो उसके लिए खरीद लो अल्टीमेटली, कि आपको भी प्लेसमेंट्स चाहिए वगैरह।
अच्छा
एंड
आदित्य
आपका
आप
कितना
आपका
का कोहॉर्ट होगा?
हाँ,
कितने टाइम का कोहॉर्ट होगा, मतलब कितना ड्यूरेशन?
वो अभी कुछ प्लान्ड नहीं है, वो सब बता दिया जाएगा अभी, जस्ट
अच्छा
प्लान चालू।
आदित्य आप
चलो।
इंस्पिरेशन कहाँ से लेते हो जो अभी आपने बनाया? वो एक सोमरथ का भी मैंने वीडियो देखा था, उनमें भी वो मोशन यही सास एनिमेशन बता रहे थे, तो वो भी कहीं से बहुत जगह से इंस्पिरेशन पिक किए थे। तो आपने इन सब का इंस्पिरेशन कहाँ कहाँ से पिक किया था? व्हाट आर द सोर्सेस?
हाँ तो अगर आप यूट्यूब पे सर्च करोगे तो काफ़ी मिल जाता है शायद एक्सपीरियंस, वहाँ से
ओके।
ले सकते हैं इंस्पिरेशन।
वैसे वो जैसे अभी एआई फिएस्टा सब है, जैसे जो चैट जीपीटी सब का मोशन ग्राफिक्स सास एनिमेशन है, उसमें अगर मुझे कोई प्रॉपर इंस्पिरेशन लेना हो और किसी भी नीश में अगर नहीं मिल रहा हो यूट्यूब से सास एनिमेशन,
मिलता
तो
है,
मैं
तो बहुत ज़्यादा है। आप सर्च करो ना,
हम्म।
सैक्स आते हैं काफ़ी, वहाँ से
ओके ओके
इंस्पिरेशन ले सकते हैं।
ओके ओके।
हम्म।
और अगर कोई ऐसा आफ्टर कोई ऐसा कॉम्प्लेक्स एनिमेशन हो जो मुझे अलग फिगर आउट नहीं हो पा रहा है, उसका डायरेक्ट सॉल्यूशन नहीं है यूट्यूब पर, तो मैं कैसे उसे फिगर आउट कर सकता हूँ, कैसे ब्रेक डाउन कर सकता हूँ किसी भी एक एनिमेशन को?
और उसके लिए आप सबसे पहले तो फ्रेम बाय फ्रेम देखो, जैसे कि मैंने क्या किया था। अब इसी सीन को फ्रेम बाय फ्रेम देख लो।
हम्म
ठीक है, इसमें अगर आपको समझ नहीं आ रहा ये एकदम से क्या होगा, राइट,
हम्म।
ये समझ नहीं आ रहा एकदम से,
ओके।
तो व्हाट यू कैन डू इज एक फ्रेम बाय, उस वीडियो को डाउनलोड कर लो, फिर
हम्म।
फ्रेम बाय फ्रेम देखो कि क्या हो रहा है, कि ये अंदर चला गया तो इसमें फेड फेड आउट एनिमेशन होगा एक तो, फिर इसमें
ओके
साइज
ओके।
भी कम हो रहा है। तो ये दो चीज़ें हो गई।
हम्म
ऊपर का पार्ट
हम्म
सॉर्टेड है, ये हो गया मेरा। फिर नीचे वाले पार्ट
हम्म
देखना होगा कि ये एक प्री कॉम्प हो सकता है जिसका साइज
हम्म।
नीचे से बढ़ रहा है अनलिंक करके, ठीक है, और ये 3D भी है, तो ऐसे
ओके ओके।
करके ब्रेक डाउन कर सकते हो। और दूसरी एक चीज़ है कि चैट जीपीटी कर सकते हो, जेमिनी वगैरह, वो सब थोड़ा कुछ आइडिया बता देते हैं। बाकी
ये
अगर
तो
सच में अगर पैशन है तो थोड़ा फिगर आउट कर लोगे खुद से, बस थोड़ा सा रिसर्च करना पड़ता है।
और तो एक सवाल था कि यहाँ पर जो शेप मॉर्फिंग आपने किया हुआ है, किसी भी रेक्टेंगल को शेप मॉर्फिंग करते हैं ना, तो उसका सेंटर जो होता है, एंकर पॉइंट जो होता है, सेंटर में ही रहता है। अगर हम किसी एक
हम्म,
पर्टिकुलर डिफरेंट एंकर पॉइंट से अगर शेप मॉर्फ करना चाहें, तो उसका कोई आइडिया?
हाँ हाँ मैं बताता हूँ, अच्छा क्वेश्चन है। न्यू कॉम्प ले लेते हैं। ठीक है, अब इधर इसका वो चेंज कर सकते हैं ना एंकर पॉइंट।
किसी एक डिफरेंट एंकर पॉइंट से हम शेप मॉर्फ करना चाहें तो?
ये हो रहा है।
नहीं, लाइक इसका जो राउंडनेस है ना, वो
अच्छा
फिर
ठीक है ठीक है ठीक
डिस्टॉर्ट
है।
हो रहा है।
हाँ हाँ ठीक है ठीक है। उसके लिए क्या करो, इधर इसमें आओ, रेक्टेंगल में आओ, इधर राइट क्लिक करके बेजियर पाथ कर दो।
ओके
ये लिख लेना, भूल जाओगे ये, ठीक है।
ओके ओके।
इसे
हाँ,
बताऊं,
एक क्वेश्चन से एक्सप्लेन कर देना जरा।
हम्म,
हाँ हाँ, ये लाइक अगर मैं अब इस पे एनिमेशन ऐड करूंगा तो ये डिस्टॉर्ट नहीं होगा कॉर्नर?
नहीं होगा, देखो तो सही।
ओके।
कंटेंट्स में जाओ, रेक्टेंगल पे जाके कन्वर्ट टू विजुअल पाथ, इधर जाके इस पे पाथ पे जाके
हम्म हम्म,
स्क्रीनशॉट ले लो अगर चाहिए तो।
ओके 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 गॉट इट।
फिर इस पे क्लिक करके अब क्या होगा, ये पॉइंट्स में कन्वर्ट हो गया है इधर।
हम्म
इस पे क्लिक करके रखना। अब ये पॉइंट्स में टूट चुका है ये, ठीक है।
ओके।
अब क्या करो, पाथ में जाओ, पाथ एनिमेट करना है अपने को। तो मैं 1 सेकंड आगे चला गया। फिर मैंने इसका
हम्म
पाथ एक एक को क्लिक करो, फिर ऑल्ट दबा के रखो, ड्रैग करो, ये सब सिलेक्ट हो जाएगा।
हम्म
तब भी नहीं होता तो क्या करो, शिफ्ट दबा के एक को दबाओ सिर्फ, फिर इसको दबा दो, इसको दबा दो, ये सब हो गया। फिर ये
हम्म,
दिखा।
ओके ओके ओके। हाँ हाँ समझ गया।
ठीक है। और कुछ क्वेश्चन? बस 2-3 मिनट ही हैं अभी।
हाय। सो अभी मेरा सिस्टम राइजन 7 और 16 GB रैम है, बट 3050 है, बट उसमें लैग होते हैं मेरे आफ्टर इफेक्ट्स।
अच्छा
सो आई
वो
एम
उसके।
प्लानिंग टू सो आई एम प्लानिंग
हाँ,
टू
मैं
make 16 GB RAM is enough or should go for 24 GB? So that's my
प्रो
only one
ट्वेंटी
question.
फोर मतलब कितना इंटेंस मोशन ग्राफिक्स से करना है क्या आपको?
हाँ 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 भाई।
मोशन ग्राफिक्स के लिए रैम बहुत ज़्यादा चाहिए होता है मेरे में। मतलब मिनिमम 36 आई थिंक अच्छा रहेगा, 36 या हायर।
36. ओके
24 तो
मैं
बेसिक है, फिर और अच्छा चाहिए तो 36 देख सकते हो, या फिर मेरा 48 है। So,
मैं आपका मैक में नहीं, लाइक सॉरी, M4 Pro है या सिर्फ M4 बेस मॉडल, लाइक बेस M4 है प्रोसेसर?
प्रो है, प्रो है।
प्रो है।
हम्म,
अब भाई आप आपका लाइक कब से कर रहे हो भाई आप ये,
मेरे को 1 साल
लाइक
हुआ है।
दिस 1 साल से आप
मोशन
कर रहे हो?
ग्राफिक्स मोशन ग्राफिक्स 6 महीने से। स्टार्ट मैंने नॉर्मल वीडियो एडिटिंग से किया था।
भाई उससे पहले भाई?
स्टार्टिंग में बेसिक वीडियो एडिटिंग करता था, मोशन किया।
ओके भाई, मैं आप डायरेक्टली एडिटिंग पे आए या फर्स्ट ग्राफिक डिजाइन करते थे?
डायरेक्ट एडिटिंग पे आ गया।
Nice भाई। भाई
उसके
लाइक
बाद धीरे धीरे प्रिंसिपल्स
मुझे
वगैरह
सीखना
सीखा, डिजाइन
मैं
प्रिंसिपल्स।
मुझे सीखना है। हाँ भाई मुझे सीखना है, आप सजेस्ट में भाई किधर से कैसे सीखूं?
यूट्यूब पे 80% चीजें सीख सकते हो जो मैंने की हैं, बाकी
लाइक कोई
20%
स्पेसिफिक,
आता है।
ओके, कोई
स्पेसिफिक
स्पेसिफिक चैनल भाई,
स्पेसिफिक
लाइक
चैनल।
और?
मैं तो रैंडम ऐसे ही सर्च कर देता हूँ, किसी भी टॉपिक का मिल जाता है। एक तो बेन मैरियट है, सर्च
ओके
करोगे
भाई।
तो मिल जाएगा। बेन मैरियट। और एक सॉन्डक फिल्म्स है मोशन ग्राफिक्स के लिए।
संडोज।
SONDUCK।
हाँ भाई।
और आई थिंक सर्च करोगे तो मिल जाएंगे, बहुत सारे हैं। सो उनके वीडियोस देख के कुछ कुछ इफेक्ट सीख सकते हो। मतलब मैं
भाई
स्पेसिफिकली
आप
कोई फॉलो नहीं करता है सच कि कोई भी अगर
के
मेरे को इफेक्ट देखना है कि हाउ टू मेक शेप मॉर्फिंग, तो मैं डायरेक्ट यूट्यूब पे सर्च कर दूंगा, फिर वहां से सीख लूंगा। कोई चैनल ओरिएंटेड नहीं देखता मैं इतना।
भाई अभी मेरा लाइक आई नो टूल्स भाई, बट द थिंग इज डिजाइन थियरी भाई। आई एम लैकिंग इन दैट एंड आई एम लैगिंग।
तो सिंपल है, यूट्यूब से सीखो।
भाई आपका नया नया कोर्स आ रहा है ना सोमरात भाई का, उसमें डिजाइन डिजाइन फंडामेंटल सभी सिखा देंगे या सिर्फ टूल्स भाई?
डिजाइन होना चाहिए आई थिंक, मैं बात करता हूँ अभी। अभी जस्ट प्लान करना बाकी है पूरा।
आई एम वेरी एक्साइटेड फॉर दैट भाई।
श्योर भाई।
तो नेक्स्ट ईयर।
हाँ। $30 नहीं भाई, रुपीज। एनी टिप्स फॉर म्यूजिक कलर करेक्शन? भाई कलर करेक्शन मेरा खराब है, उतना अच्छा नहीं है। म्यूजिक के लिए काफी यूट्यूब से सीखो यार, यूट्यूब पे सिखाते हैं लोग। ठीक है गाइस, लेट्स एंड द मीटिंग यार। मजा आया आप लोगों के साथ। कैसा लगा एक सेशन, एक बार बताओ।
सो अमेजिंग।
थैंक यू
बाय, इट वाज वेरी गुड बाय। बहुत सीखने का मिला हमें, मुझे
हाँ
आपने
नोट्स बनाए ना।
आपसे बहुत बहुत सीखना मिला भाई।
थैंक यू
मैं
थैंक
अभी इस प्रोजेक्ट को रिक्रिएट करने की कोशिश करूंगा, फिर आपको टैग करूंगा इंस्टाग्राम पे।
यू। श्योर भाई श्योर,
भाई
करना
एक
जरूर।
और डाउट। So
हम्म
30,000 is very big budget. So how do you find client? Why is it outbound or inbound? Why? Like, do you reach out or will the brand reach out to you?
एक पर्सनल ब्रांड बनाना पड़ता है देखिए अपना इंस्टाग्राम पे। जैसे कि अब तुम अपने यूट्यूब एडिट्स बना यूट्यूब पे एडिट्स पोस्ट करोगे इंस्टाग्राम पे, तो बाकी लोग अप्रोच करते हैं खुद से सामने से कि डू यू वांट टू वर्क विद अस। तो एक यू नीड टू हैव अ प्रूफ ऑफ वर्क। अगर आपके पास है तो देन पीपल विल रीच आउट टू यू।
Okay, so how did
Okay.
you connect with Mridul और like तरुण और like सुमृत भैया? कैसे आपने उन सबसे कनेक्ट कैसे किया?
डीएम किया बस सिंपली,
ओह,
पढ़ लेते हैं जस्ट, तुक्के की बात होती है।
ओके।
मृदुल भैया का मैंने वो खरीदा हुआ है। हाँ क्या बोलते हैं, ई
वो
बुक खरीदा है
ई
उसके।
बुक खरीदा हुआ है,
Silent
ओके हाँ।
shortcut.
और
हाँ
सुमरत
हाँ,
भैया के लिए मैं एडिट
पंचदान
करता
शॉर्टकट।
हूँ।
हाँ,
हाउ मच डिमांड भाई, सैस के लिए काफ़ी डिमांड है यार। और लॉन्ग का तो नहीं पता, देखो मार्केट चेंज होता रहता है, लेकिन फिलहाल काफ़ी एआई बेस्ड स्टार्टअप्स आ रहे हैं तो सबको एक्सप्लेनर वीडियोस चाहिए। तो काफ़ी अभी तो काफ़ी डिमांड है। ठीक है गाइज, बाय, गुड नाइट, थैंक यू फॉर ज्वाइनिंग।
थैंक यू
Bye bye.
एवरीवन।
Good night. Thank you
बाय,
for
गुड
this
नाइट,
बाय,
amazing
थैंक यू,
breakdown video.
थैंक यू,
बाय।
बाय।